What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you stopping by for the first time, if you see something that you like here today, please don't forget to subscribe at some point. Those of you stopping by that have been here before, welcome back to TLTG Reviews, my friends. Glad you came to see me. So, been meaning to do this one for a little bit. I already did my 10 cheapies for life. So today, we're doing my 10 designer fragrances for life. If I can only keep 10, this is obviously going to have a budget above $30 because my cheapies had a budget below $30. Stay tuned. So before we jump off into the 10 designers that I just have to keep, if I have to narrow it down, I do have a giveaway saying thank you for helping me get to 10,000 subscribers. I'll put that video right there if you guys want to check that out. It is still going on. It will, 3 winners will be announced tomorrow on Tuesday. Details in the video. Make sure you check that out before you leave. All right, so jumping right off into the very first one is my absolute favorite one, Invictus by Paco Rabanne. Why wait? Let's talk about it first. That bubblegum sweetness, that sweet aquatic. I know it's a little on the immature side. It's a bit more youthful. I get all that, but still floating in the air. It just smells so good to me. It always has. There's a lot of fragrances that replicate the opening of this, but none of them quite smell as good as Invictus to me. This is my second bottle I've ever had of this. Obviously the collection has grown quite a bit, so I haven't put near the dent in this bottle that I had ran through my first one. But eventually I'll slowly go through this one. I'm actually gonna wear it this week because it's been a little bit since I've worn it. And man, love me some Invictus. If you've been following me for a long time, you already know that. So this is an absolute must for a designer fragrance for life. Next, this is probably my second favorite blue fragrance. My favorite was on my cheapie list. So, Bvlgari, Aqua Atlantiqve. Compliment magnet, powerhouse, aquatic. Oh man, just one of the best summer fragrances money can buy, in my opinion. You can get them for a decent price. They're not super cheap. They're far from expensive, in that 40s to 50s range, depending on size of bottle and where you get it from. I'll have FragranceNet link below with the 35% off coupon code for anybody who wants to check out some of these fragrances. I believe most of them, minus one of them for sure, are available. And this one's definitely available, and there's some good stuff right here. Now, if you don't have the little stand, it just lays down because it replicates a drop of water. That is the one thing I hate about it. I like the bottle design. I like the atomizer. Absolutely hate that I don't have a stand for it, but it is what it is, because that don't matter. It's not going to leak just laying it down. The smell on this one's great. This is an anywhere from 8 to 10 hour fragrance depending on your skin and what time and how hot it is when you're outside and how quick it's going to evaporate. But the sillage is pretty big on it and the compliment factor is pretty high on it. Bvlgari Aqua Atlantiqve, arguably my favorite blue fragrance. Next, personal favorite of mine in the colder weather, really late fall, because I'm in the south, specifically South Texas, so it stays hotter longer and colder lesser. So late fall on into the very earliest of spring, but definitely in the winter. Armani Code Profumo. This is a monster off of my skin. Oh man, and it's that sweet tonka. It's got a chocolatey powdery leather tonka type of smell. It's just so good to me. I love this one. Another one people around me enjoy smelling. It's powerful. It's a powerhouse. It's an all-day spray. Big scent bubble for a long time. This stuff's loud. Don't need a lot of sprays. 3 sprays, shut it down. That's plenty, even in the coldest of winter. At least this bottle that I have, this 30 ml. Very good stuff. Absolutely love this. This is a must. One of these days I'll run out of this 30 ml, and I'm good. The next go round I'm going to need to get that 3.7 that's available, and that'll probably last me forever because you don't need a lot of sprays of this one. And that's Armani Code from Giorgio Armani, the Profumo flanker. Really good stuff. Next, when it comes down to the Prada L'Homme line, I do enjoy 3 of them a lot. The Intense, Low, and the original L'Homme. If it comes down to it, I got to keep the original. You know, as much as I enjoy the other two flankers, oh man, this is still the best one to me. It's soapy clean, powdery iris. It's a little fresh, got a little peppery spice. It's a pretty good performer, 7 to 8 hour fragrance with a surprising projection in sillage. Projects heavier off of my skin than you may think. This is really good stuff. This is such a good release from them. It's been talked about a lot, but it's a very good fragrance. It deserves the merit that it receives, as long as you like iris. Because this is a soapy iris mixed with the neroli that's in here, and this is an absolute must keep for me. 10 Designers for Life had to include Prada L'Homme because it's one of my favorite fragrances, and it just makes me happy when I smell it. Next, one of the more expensive fragrances on this list, I believe it's in the 130 range last time it was available on FragranceNet. I don't know if they still have a stock of it currently. They may. I did not check before I pressed record on this video. 2017 formula, Dior Eau Sauvage Parfum. This fragrance changed vetiver for me, because any dirty, earthy, overly smoky vetiver that's not just a super high quality vetiver always just smelled terrible off of my skin and turned me off. And I've tried a lot of vetiver fragrances, and then when I got to this one, this was a blind buy. When I got to this one, it gave me a new appreciation. Citron's heavy in this one. The vetiver and the elemi are heavy in this one. The vetiver shines. This is a vetiver fragrance, and it's powerful. 2 sprays, you can be good. 3 sprays, more than enough. 4 sprays, you're trying to be very well pronounced. Because in 4 sprays, you will. This stuff's very powerful. Man, I'm trying to think what I can say that I haven't said already about this, because I did do a full review on this, beginning of the year, like January, I believe. This stuff is great. My favorite from the line. I do like it better than the 2012. My buddy, he goes by Chris Topher, first name, last name, even though it's Christopher, on Facebook, sent me a little decant of the 2012. I still need to do the comparison between the two, but I have sprayed the 2012, and it's very good, and it has its differences, but I still think I like this one better. And that's the 2017 to present formula, Dior Eau Sauvage Parfum. Next, you know I got to keep a spicy fragrance. Viktor and Rolf Spicebomb. That's right. If I got to keep one, the original for me. Let me smell that. God, that smells so good. Now, don't get me wrong. Love the Extreme. It's a great fragrance. It's one of my favorite cold weather fragrances. This one's got a little bit more flexibility. It's a little bit louder, a little bit spicier. This one tones down the sweetness. There's no vanilla note in Spicebomb. At the end of the day, if I got to keep one of them, I got to keep this one. This is the one. I know it's been reformulated over the years, but I still get pretty good performance, 7 to 8 hours. It still projects pretty damn heavy for the first 2 hours off of my skin. It's some good stuff, guys. I know not a lot of people really talk about the original Spicebomb anymore, and it's very sad, because it's still a very good fragrance. It's one that I'll have to have forever. 10 designer fragrances for life. I'm sure keeping Spicebomb from Viktor and Rolf. There's no denying how good it is. Next, one that I've praised many a times that I tend to forget to wear a lot more often than I mean to. I'm actually wearing the original today. Giorgio Armani, Acqua di Gio, Profumo. What have I not said about this? If you only need one fragrance, this can be that one fragrance. I've said that before too. This stuff is great. It's a performer. It's a compliment machine. It churns them out, especially in that first 2 to 3 hours when people can really smell you. It's a machine. It's a performer. It's versatile. Dress it up, dress it down. It's not the cheapest thing, not the most expensive. Even at discounters, it's still a little on the pricey side, but it's worth every penny. This fragrance will do everything you would want a fragrance to do. My opinion. Just saying though. Must-have keeper, Acqua di Gio Profumo from Giorgio Armani. Those of you who've been watching me for a while, you had to expect this one. Next, the 75 ml has been discontinued. I don't know if the new released 100 ml is still available on the French website of Dior. I have not checked. It's very difficult to get. If you want a 75 ml like this, prices have gone up. Thank God I've got 2 bottles. Because you don't need a lot of sprays, so 5 ounces of this, lifetime supply. Dior Homme Parfum. In my opinion, this could possibly be, based off of everything I've ever smelled, this is everything I've ever smelled, could possibly be the best designer release of all time. I'll let that sink in for a second. For those of you that don't agree, that's your opinion. This is my opinion. This stuff is incredible. There's a reason everybody's given it so much praise over the years, because this is one of the best above casual dress situation designer fragrances that's ever been released. Because this does smell too classy to just wear it with a t-shirt. You can wear it with a damn tank top if you want in the middle of summer and just choke yourself out. You can do whatever you want. You go ahead. For me, colder weather, at the very hottest, high of 55, 60 degrees, at the very hottest, I'd be willing to wear this. 3 or 4 sprays, good all day, smelling great, big scent cloud, people smelling you, you're loving the way you smell. Dior Homme Parfum, like I said, this could possibly be the best designer release of all time. To me, in my opinion, this stuff is just so damn good. So good, after wearing it one time, I bought a backup bottle. There you go. Dior Homme Parfum. Next, we're going right back to Paco Rabanne, because it's 1A and 1B with the original for me, and I just have to have this one. I love, just like with the original Invictus, I love a lot of the fragrances that try to replicate its opening. It's the same thing with Invictus Aqua 2018. I love a lot of the fragrances that smell like the 2016, some that smell like the 2018, but I love the 2018 actual Invictus Aqua the most. Oh my God, this is such a good fragrance. Not a lot of people really talk about it anymore. It did make my summer designer list for good reason. This one's just magic. I love the way this thing smells on me, off of my skin. It's a decent performer. The projection's heavier than you would think in the first hour and a half to 2 hours. And it's just like Acqua di Gio Profumo for me. It churns out the compliments. It really does. It always has. I've had, stand right here all day. I want to smell you. Oh my God, you smell so good. What is that? Damn, bro, what is that? My God, man, it smells good. Man, where'd you get that one from? Just a few of the things I've heard when I've worn this. Invictus Aqua 2018. Gotta have it. Last but most certainly not least, it's a foundational type of fragrance for me. This is one that really changed my love for fragrances when it came out. Dolce & Gabanna, light blue, the original light blue. Yes, I enjoy the Eau Intense. I like Sun. I haven't tried a lot of the other flankers, but I always have to have a bottle of this. I used to have a 4.2 ounce. I have this 40 ml. And once I get even about halfway, I'll get another 40 ml. 4.2 ounce. Because this stuff's great. I have to have it. I've always loved the way this smells. Yes, it don't perform. It's a little watered down from how it used to be, but I don't care. I still love this fragrance. This is a very nostalgic fragrance for me, just like Nautica Classic, just like Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger. There's a reason that I always had, since it came out anyways, back in, I believe it was 05. Since it came out, and even now, I've always had a bottle with sprays in it, and I always will have a bottle with sprays in it, because this is what changed the game for me. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. It's a must keep. Well, that's my 10, guys, and until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate all the feedback. How many of these are just must keeps forever for you as well? How many of these kind of surprised you? Do you agree with some of them? Are some of these ones that just don't work for you and you just don't like them? Let me know in the comments. And until next time, guys, I will say, if you get your hands on any of these, you give them a spray now. 10 of my favorites. So in my mind, there's no doubt you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.